On the road to the NFL Draft, the Scouting Combine is the biggest checkpoint. No other event has its power to down to how they test.
Take that pain, pass it down like bottles on the wall. Mama said her dad's to blame, but that's his daddy's motto.
When that cell phone rings, time stops. It's the single second that years upon years of work have been leading toward, and the conversation that follows ends one chapter of a football life while beginning another.
My circle, you can't fit. Don't too many, be on some anti.
What's happening? What's happening? Hey, it's your boy Lil John. What's up, Bodie? What's happening? What's up, Sean Paul? What's happening? Hey, now ladies and gentlemen, it's about that time. Turn this thing on out. Now let me see everybody do this. Hey, let's go. Happy finals, but do you still? You can do it all by yourself. Let me see you do it. Let me see you do it. Hey, snap your fingers, but do you still? You can do it all by yourself. Let me see you do it. Let me see you do it.
From the 25, they'll go to work. 1st and 10.
Ready? Liking 18.
From the shotgun, they'll throw to get this one started. Looking middle of the field, it's complete. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a 1st down completion of 7 yards.
Brings up 2nd and 3.
Now off the bootleg, he'll look to throw here. They go sideline, and he stays in bounds. Got the feet down in time. It's a 1st down.
That's another Seahawks 1st down.
Let's go.
Now, faking the give. This is intercepted. And the Raiders will have great field position as they take over at their own 45.
I think you chalk this one up, Mike, to just a rookie mistake. And anytime you have a young signal caller behind center, you're going to have to deal with some of these ups and downs. Every once in a while, they're just not going to...
Seahawks head coach Mike McDonald there. His guys head back out for their next possession. And, Greg, week 1 here in the preseason. Look, we know a lot of the guys who are going to make the roster, but there's still a lot to happen in training camp that players can find their way to a spot on the opening Sunday.
No, we hear these stories all the time, Mike, where there's a little buzz about a guy in training camp and coming out of the local beat reporters and maybe the coaches talking about him a little bit. But then there's the surrounding question is he going to make the roster? Not only do they make the roster, but in some cases they go on to really have critical roles down the line as the season unfolds. So I know to a lot of fans and some of the veterans, these games don't feel like a whole lot, but to some guys on that sideline, their entire career is in front of them.
The 1st down throw was incomplete, and now 2nd and 10. He'll look to throw. He's going to look downfield once again. And he's going to take this one all the way. 70 yards. Touchdown, Seattle. Beautiful combination in the air there. The pass downfield and bringing it the rest of the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
And it's really just a great route, Mike, and then a beautiful throw. The accuracy of the throw is what allowed the receiver not only to secure the catch.
Comes the Seattle offense to take over for the 1st time. They'll be led out by a young man who's making a name for himself, their rookie quarterback.
I know it's just a preseason game, Mike, but these game reps, they're invaluable for a young quarterback. I think anytime you have a chance to go out there and play with the 1st-team offense, execute in a real NFL game, it's going to pay huge dividends once the regular season comes along.
He's taken down just shy of the 10. Now the Raiders going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll be disappointed there after giving up the 1st down.
At the 11-yard line.
Here we go.
In the red zone now as he throws, and it is incomplete. Just couldn't deliver that one the way he wanted to. Not really sure if there was much there anyways. We do know it'll be 3rd down. That one taken in. Jackson, Smith, and Jigba. Touchdown, Seahawks. He's got another one. His 2nd touchdown of the evening. And that is number 2. Greg, he is off to some kind of start to this one. 2 quarters and 2 receiving touchdowns.
Mike, this is one of those situations where as a defensive coordinator, you've got to give your group an answer. Because
so, it's a win here for the Seahawks as they start things out with a victory here in the first week of this preseason.
What's happening? What's happening? Hey, hey, it's your boy Lil Jon. Lil Jon. Pick your meat, click. What's up, phony? your fingers, but do you still? So you can do it all by yourself. Let me see you do it. Let me see you do it. Hey, snap your fingers, but do you still? So you can do it all by yourself. Let me see you do it. Let me see you do it.
The dream of reaching the NFL has been realized. But within this opening chapter, there is a message for every rookie. In the NFL, nothing is given. Everything must be earned.
Welcome back, everyone, to Lumen Field here in Seattle. It's Seahawk football as we rejoin the action in the second quarter.
Here we go, Shaq. 70s.
Now a play fake here on first down. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And it's picked up by the Chiefs. And the field position doesn't get much better than this. They'll have it first and goal at the 8-yard line. The pocket collapsed around him. I know we talk about it a lot, but a QB has to have that sixth sense, doesn't he?
He really...
And now we're going to get our first peek at the rookie.
And this ought to be fun because he has proven himself to be the #1 quarterback for this team coming out of camp. Now let's see what type of game plan they put with him to give him some confidence early.
And how do you do that, Charles? How do you alter the game plan for this guy versus a Brady or a Madden?
I think that you play to his strengths and even lean on what he did well in college to get him comfortable early, some familiarity, whether it's short throws, deep throws, quarterback runs. What are the things that give him confidence? Get those into the game plan right out of the gate.
Yeah, that's a good throw right there, and our understanding is that he's probably going to play the bulk of this first half. It's only the second week of the preseason, but you can already see the connection he's got with his receivers and tight ends. And he's clearly enjoying himself so far. That throw, it picks up a first down.
They've had multiple opportunities on offense and still haven't scored any points. Felt like they wanted to loosen things up, throw it downfield, and see if maybe they could get a big play and a quick strike.
And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up third down.
Third down and 10.
Let's go.
They'll look to throw again. And now he'll turn, and off his back foot, he'll heave this deep. And unable to connect, incomplete. I'll give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up fourth down. Again comes the captain of this offense, leading his crew back out there now. I think this crowd not really sure what to make of things. Their guys have not looked...
Lock it off. Well, that's not really fully true because a lot of the times you ride the wave of emotion with a crowd when it's positive for you. In this case, they've got to find a way to shake it off and at least get something done to maybe put the crowd back on their side.
Absolutely. Give these guys something to cheer about. And it's incomplete. Boy, he doesn't drop many like that one. Second down. They'll try again from the 20 on 2nd and 10. Back to throw. Clark. Man open. That's Marquez Valdez-Scantling. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A gain of 32 that time.
And that might be exactly what they needed to wake up this home crowd. They haven't given them much to cheer for so far, and never underestimate the effect the home crowd with you can have on a game.
And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18.
And a nice job by the two of them to not only connect on the pitch and the catch, but to carry over their practice work to the game field. They saw the adjustment by the defense, made an adjustment themselves, and picked up the first down.
Well, the incompletion, yes, but maybe here not the worst thing in the world?
No, not on 1st and 10. Actually gives them a chance to regroup, relax just a little bit. They huddle up, talk it over, then they get a chance to continue their drive.
And that's where you're counting on a receiver's size being an advantage. They were hoping he could go over the top of a smaller DB and haul that one in. A good thought, but that time it didn't work out.
He'll try and do this himself. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. As we thought they might do here in week 2 of the preseason, they've left their starting quarterback out there for this second quarter, but I would imagine we will not see him after halftime.
Yeah, this is the time of year you've got to get your backup some reps and make sure you protect your start.
We'll see what this Seahawks offense has in store with their first possession of the second half. And, Charles, they're certainly still right in this game, but they need that offense to wake up and in a hurry.
Yeah, I like the way you put it. They certainly did seem to sleepwalk a bit in the first half. Now that their defense has done its job, it's their turn now to go out and try and get some points.
Oh, and he's not going to make it out of the end zone. The push too strong, and that'll be a safety. Ball now going back over the Seattle Seahawks offense. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
Now a timeout called for by the offense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. And that almost their first INT of the ball game. Had his sights on it, but he couldn't seal the deal.
He was defended by Brian.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And that is incomplete, but a penalty flag coming in. This could be a first down. Trying to defend the out route there, got the PI call.
And you know what's difficult about that one is sometimes you want to make the undercut move and go for the football, and other times just want to hang on the upfield shoulder and make the tackle. I think he got caught in between and created a foul.
And oh, that nearly their first pick of the game, but it falls down to the ground incomplete. We sit in quarter number 3 out in Seattle, a 2nd and 10 now. A pass complete downfield. It's Valdez-Scantling. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. Marquez Valdez-Scantling, 56 yards. And the Seahawks get a bit closer. Well, if they're going to make a game of this in the second half, they need a few big plays to go their way. That's one.
And the way to get it done is to also conserve time. So to your point, that big play right there, now you're not moving the ball downfield, taking time off the clock. You're leaving yourself a better avenue to continue to try and make a comeback.
Seattle now ready to march onto the field.
Right now, Charles, it just feels like they're trying to keep pace. They did score the touchdown last time out, but they still trail by double digits here. We'll see if this offense is once again up to the task.
Yeah, and I think that after the last drive, they've got to be pretty revved up, don't you think? Everything they were doing was working pretty well. They go back out there with the same mindset, the same tempo, and the same pace. Still a lot of time left to make something happen in this one.
Second and 10 at the 20-yard line.
65.
Clark off the play fake. That'll be caught. It's caught. And he's out of bounds, but not before a big pickup that time on what's going to wind up being the final play of the third quarter. Back now in Seattle, Washington. It's the Seahawks with possession of the football, but they do trail here to begin quarter number 4.
So, Charles, this is a game that certainly had some intrigue, but I think you and I both agree. We like the decision to not play overtime in preseason and just call it a draw.
Partner, I want to meet the person who disagrees with this decision, and I just wonder what took so long for the league to arrive at this conclusion. They put the rule in for the 2021 season, and it should have been in a long time ago. Yeah, some rookies might miss some plays, but all in all, no one's paying attention when we get to the end of a preseason.